Hello everyone, it's your host, your friend, your boy, Jet Black, the one and only, here with another exciting video, and in this video I'm going to be playing some AI Dungeon 2. Some AI Dungeon 2. This is just Starlight Zana Fairy Monster Hunters episode number 39. That's right, we're almost up to 40 episodes. I hope you guys are excited. If you guys have not watched episodes number 1 through 38, I highly recommend that you do so by clicking on the complete series playlist in the description box below or in the end card of this video. You can also read the entire series so far on the AI Dungeon website by clicking on the AI Dungeon link in the description. And if you would like to talk about the series together, feel free to do so in the comment section below or on our Discord, link to the Discord in the description box below. If you want to talk spoilers, feel free to DM about spoilers in the Discord, and feel free to hit me up. I always love seeing your fan content. We're going to start off this episode by starting the timer, because this episode is going to be 30 minutes long, and by reading the last action from the previous episode. You say, Lara, the threat to humanity may possess strange powers. Cyrus impaled me through the chest and forced me to resurrect. I think the threat to humanity might have mind control abilities, which means you might have to take down the threat to humanity if it has already taken over Cyrus. You shout this out from your location. Lara, come here, you shout. You see her quickly run over to you. She gives you a quick peck on the cheek. Okay, Lara. Cyrus has been mind-controlled by the threat to humanity. That means it is up to you to defeat the threat to humanity, while also making sure not to be killed by the brainwashed Cyrus. Excuse me. Good luck. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Lara, just go do it. Go fight it. Do 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 do. Bum 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 bum. You give her a quick peck on the cheek. She runs into the cave to confront Cyrus. You want to be near just in case she needs help with Cyrus, so you hide behind a rock. Okay. So I'm watching the fight between her and Cyrus rather than between her and the threat to humanity. You see Cyrus stab her through the chest. Lara falls to the ground. Cyrus notices you. You attempt to run away, but Cyrus casts a bolt of black lightning at your feet, electrocuting you. Okay, no problem. Attempt to use elemental nature change to convert. No, not even. Not even. Use the Telmarine Helm, or at the very least attempt to use the Telmarine Helm, to transform into an energy being in order to absorb Cyrus's electric attack. Now, one thing that's interesting is that Cyrus, I don't believe, could cast bolts of lightning before, but this may be a part of the threat to humanity's power. You attempt to transform into an energy being. You feel your body begin to fade away. You take some time to marvel at the fact that you are currently in an energy state. It feels cold for some reason. Okay. I'm going to say, Cyrus, it appears that the threat to humanity's didn't spell that right, influence over your mind has also granted you new abilities. I am impressed. Let's test those abilities out. You get in a fighting stance in preparation. The cursor flew out of the box. For your battle against Cyrus. Yeah, so I actually have no idea what Cyrus can do. He has, like, enhanced smell, where he can smell different types of magic, and he's a good fighter. But now that he has, like, this black lightning power or whatever, I honestly don't know what to do with that. Yes, let's, says Cyrus. Cyrus begins shooting black lightning in your direction. Fortunately, as an energy being, you're able to simply will yourself to move from your current position to another without even moving your limbs. You avoid being hit by any of the bolts. Wow. So it's like you're just like styling on them, just straight like teleporting because you're just made of energy. I'm going to say you're going to have to try harder than that. Oh, that's horrible the way I was spelling that. Okay, there we go. You're going to have to try harder than that. Show me the power the threat to humanity has gifted you. Also, I can't believe Lara ran straight to Cyrus just to get stabbed through the chest by Cyrus. Lara got bodied. Like, super easily. But now I get to fight Cyrus, so that's cool. Cyrus begins shooting bolts of black lightning at you. He seems to be focusing on your chest. Fortunately, as an energy being, you simply will yourself to move from your current position to another. Yeah, you're just, like, doing the same thing. Cyrus, this is very disappointing. You're simply using the same tactic over and over. Step up your game or perish. So then I'm going to manipulate the energy in your arm to form your right arm into the shape of an energy machete. You have Cyrus on the ropes now. You float over to where Cyrus stands and purely by instinct swing your arm in an arc, creating an energy blade that flies directly at Cyrus's head. So be it. Okay, for one, it didn't do what I thought it was going to do. So it's like when I swing my arm in an arc, it like creates an energy blade, almost like a projectile, the way it's described. That's actually really cool. There are fighting game characters who shoot projectiles like that. So be it, says Cyrus, leaping out of the way. You swing again and again. Cyrus dodges every attack. You're fighting with the power of your mind, but you're still thinking like a human, yells Cyrus. I see you have a good defense. You're quite fast when you're dodging, but your attacks are quite slow. A good defense doesn't always equate to a good offense. Let's see. You notice that Cyrus is incredibly fast on his feet. You decide that the best way to take down Cyrus is to use an area of effect attack. You attempt to release a shockwave of energy in all directions in the hopes of hitting Cyrus with an undodgeable attack. Let's see how you actually spell undodgeable. I actually don't know how to spell it. I'm just gonna leave it like that. See if that works. You attempt to release a shockwave of energy in all directions in the hopes of hitting Cyrus with an undodgeable attack. Unfortunately, this does not work quite as intended. While you do hit Cyrus with a shockwave and send him flying, you are also hit by your own attack? How do I hit myself? I'm releasing the shockwave from my own body. I don't know, I guess I'm stupid. Sure, I somehow hit myself with my own shockwave. Somehow. Fine. Okay. You attempt to quickly recover and charge towards Cyrus with your blade hand. Well, I guess with your blade arm. You hope to be able to slice Cyrus in half before he has the opportunity to recover. So that's my game plan. You quickly recover and rush towards Cyrus. He's still attempting to shake off the effects of your previous attack. As you run forward, your arm begins to form into a blade. You're going to pay for that, he growls, firing a bolt at you. I'm going to attempt to deflect the black lightning bolt back at Cyrus using my energy arm blade. So far, this has been a pretty cool fight, especially like imagining all the attacks and everything in my head. The bolt of black lightning hits you squarely in the chest, burning your skin and knocking you back. You scream in pain. You're not quite dead yet, but you won't be living much longer at this rate. Okay. You realize charging at Cyrus head-on is a bad idea. The area of effect attack you tried earlier backfired on you. You know that Cyrus... Yeah, it's like you know that Cyrus is fast enough to dodge your individual attacks. But what if you tried attacking Cyrus with an overwhelming flurry of blows? Okay. You attempt to use your Telmarine helm to give yourself 10 additional energy blade arms so that you can use those arms to help you deflect Cyrus's attacks and to overwhelm Cyrus with blows from all angles. Yeah. You may be fast, but you're not that fast. Now it's like fighting 6 of me at once. Prepare to get overpowered. You are racked with pain as you begin forming the energy for 10 additional arms. Your skin is burning as the additional power courses through your body. You grit your teeth and bear it. By the gods, this hurts. I like how JudgeBot said you are now the proud owner of 10 energy swords. You gain 10 points. Okay, cool. Using your 12 energy arms, you race towards Cyrus. You are confident that if Cyrus fires a black lightning bolt at you, that you'll be able to deflect it. You also feel confident that Cyrus won't be fast enough to dodge all of your attacking arms. You believe that unless Cyrus has gained any additional powers from the threat to humanity, or has acquired, or just uses a new strategy, that you will surely defeat him. Okay. So this is going to be pretty awesome. Let's see how this goes. Ding, 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 ding. Cyrus drops to his knees and begins cackling as he begins chanting in some strange language. You are struck with a feeling of total terror as you feel your 12 arms begin turning against you, grabbing your sword arms and holding them in place so Cyrus can easily blast you again. What? He turned my arms against me to where my arms are restraining me? Oh my goodness. Okay. You attempt to use the Telmarine helm to dispel your energy blade arms so that you now only have 2 energy blade arms. You can't believe that Cyrus was able to turn your energy arms against you. You wonder what additional powers Cyrus has unlocked from the threat of humanity taking over his mind. Yeah, that actually is really interesting. Because I felt super confident that I just had Cyrus like backed into a corner, and then Cyrus is like, now all your extra arms, they're gonna fight you. They're gonna hold you in place. You attempt to use the Telmarine helm to dispel your energy blade arms so that you now only have 2 energy blade arms. You can't believe. Oh, it's just repeating what I said. Repeating exactly what I said. Retry. Okay. You attempt to dispel your 12 energy arms, but the spell backfires and you go into a coma. Cyrus casts another spell that causes a large portion of the city of New Dessel to sink into the ground. Cyrus's power is almost unimaginable at this point. What? Hold on. Cast another spell that causes a large portion, just say of the city, to sink into the ground. Okay, so Cyrus is just popping off. Not only does the threat to humanity, like, take over your mind, it slowly starts to grant you more and more magical abilities. Or maybe it taps into your true potential. Whatever it is, Cyrus is, like, way stronger. Because before he was, like, enhanced smell, and I'm a good fighter. This is, like, way beyond what he could do before. You attempt to awaken from your coma. Oh my gosh. You awaken from your coma and see that Cyrus has already destroyed hundreds of lives. No one else is here, so he can't do that. You know you have to put it into this. You begin fighting Cyrus, but he is still too powerful for you. With a simple hand gesture, he manages to turn your arm to ash. The fuck? Okay, let's see. You awaken from your coma and see that Cyrus has already leveled more than half of the city. Yo. Okay, so Cyrus is like fully popping off. So here's what I'm gonna do to try and like defeat Cyrus. He keeps casting spells now. If there was a way for me to stop him from casting spells, that would definitely help. Also, he turned my arm to ash, eh? I might be able to use that to my advantage. Attempt to use elemental nature change to manipulate the ashes of your fallen arm and to force them down Cyrus's throat. Your goal is to suffocate Cyrus with the ashes of your fallen arm. You shouldn't give your father ideas, Cyrus. My whole thing is improvised fighting. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. The ashes from your arm turn into a ghostly image of you. You realize that you are dead, but the spirit of you isn't ready to give up yet. What? What? Hold on. What? My arm turned to ash and I die? I was like, I'll manipulate the ashes. And the game's like, no, 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 you don't understand. When you lost that arm, you die. You were like, oh, death. Okay, cool. Okay, yeah. This is going to be easy. Attempt to use your spirit form to animate your ashes into a powerful warrior. You yell, ghostly ash armor. Yeah, so I've never done this before. I normally go straight to the afterlife, but allowing me to become a spirit is actually going to let me do a lot more. I may not even resurrect, actually, to be honest. Being a ghost is really good in AI Dungeon 2. Your ghostly spirit rises from your body and begins to animate the ashes on the ground. The undead warrior is now a powerful servant of death. The undead warrior obeys your commands. You are glad to have this free-willed undead at your command. What? What? This is a thing that I can do? This is actually really interesting. Okay. Attempt to empower your undead warrior with the energy of the void. And command the undead warrior to charge at Cyrus. Ooh, using a void energy saber. Yeah, no, 2 exclamation points. Go in on them. Okay, this is actually like really interesting. Because it's not even like I necessarily possessed the ashes. It's like I turn the ashes into an undead creature. Your undead warrior strikes out at Cyrus with a powerful saber made of void energy. The void elementalist is filled with terror when he sees this. What sorcery is this? What are you? Cyrus says in a terrified manner. Okay, so instead of saying the void elementalist, say Cyrus. You killed me. But in death, I only grow stronger. As a spirit, I now can transform ashes into undead servants and use them as conduits for my power. This battle was over before it even started. You fought well, but now you must fall. Put in that exclamation point. Okay. You command your undead warrior. Ooh. To impale Cyrus through the skull with his void saber and to slice Cyrus's head in half in one motion. So it'd be like ooh, that actually is kind of fresh. I like the it's like a twisting backward slash that would require both sides of the blade to be sharp. No, Cargie. Wait, what the fuck did he say? No, Cargie. Cyrus says as his body realizes the void saber has severed his spinal cord. Blood spurts out of his mouth, and a look of terror is frozen on his face. Yo. And they fucking Mortal Kombat X-rayed him so that you could know that his spinal cord got severed. We killed the fuck out of Cyrus. Good fight. Really good fight. Let me check the time right now. How long did that fight take? Ooh, I only have 6 minutes left, so that took like a good majority of the thing. Okay. You fly into the sky and approach the enemy to humanity. Or I guess, no, the enemy of humanity? The enemy of humanity. No, it's not the enemy of humanity. The threat of humanity. I was trying to remember what we were calling it. You say, how dare you force me to kill my own son? How dare you force my son to kill me and my daughter? Now, you will pay the ultimate price. You command your undead warrior to use the power of the void to increase the size, mass, and strength of his body in order to transform into a giant void saber carrying undead energy ash samurai. Ooh. Your undead warrior obeys your commands. He grows in mass and strength until he transforms into a giant void saber carrying undead energy ash samurai. Now that you have taken control of an undead army of giants, it's time to take over the town. I'm going to get rid of that last line. It makes me... For one, it acts as if I have a whole bunch of these. I only have one right now. And two, let's go kick some ass. Okay. You command your undead giant warrior to slice off the spiked bald tail of the threat to humanity. Yeah, if it can cut off the spike tail, that will take away the threat to humanity's big weapon. Your undead giant warrior uses his void saber to slice off the spike ball tail of the threat to humanity. The threat to humanity's spike ball tail flies off into the distance. The threat makes an angry roar despite being slightly weaker. You will be extinguished. Okay, cool. You say, now that the threat to humanity has lost its mighty tail, its only power is mind control. Cyrus was the only person here who was weak-willed enough to fall victim to that. Your reign of terror is over now. You command the giant undead warrior to use his massive void saber to fire an arc-shaped beam of void energy into the threat of humanity's chest. Not into, through the threat of humanity's chest. You yell, Void Rainbow Slash! The arc-shaped beam of voice energy slices through the threat of humanity's chest like a knife through hot butter. The threat falls to the ground. It emits one final roar before its organs are removed, and its head and its body. The void saber disappears. You check to make sure that the threat to humanity is dead. The threat to humanity is dead. You have defeated it. The people of the kingdom are safe. I'll get rid of that last part. I'll also get rid of that other part where people are thanking me. No one's here. We're in the evil realm, which has been vacated, so the only people here were Lara, Cyrus, the threat to humanity, and I. Cool. So here's what I'm going to do now. You attempt to use portal magic to resurrect Lara and Cyrus. Now that the threat to humanity is dead, you imagine, well, I guess you believe that Cyrus should be free. Ooh, I guess I can't do that yet. Okay, let me cut off that timer. So yeah, that's the end of the episode, I guess. To be honest, this episode was a lot of fun. We had like an epic fight scene between Cyrus and I. That was really awesome. I need to update the threat to humanity's world info to say, for one, that it's dead now, and two, that its powers were not only mind control based, but it like increased the ability of the person that it was manipulating. And I guess I also need to add in that I have this power to create undead warriors by combining like spirit energy, like my own like ghostly spirit energy, and like ashes, because that's like a really cool concept. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Definitely let me know by smashing that like button. So make sure that you like, favorite, comment, subscribe, and ding, ding, ding. Ring that notification bell to be notified whenever we do these videos. If you guys would like to watch the entire series, feel free to click on the complete series playlist in the end card or in the description box below. Or you can read the series on the AI Dungeon website, link in the description. And if you want to talk about the series, feel free to post in the comment section below or on our Discord, link to the Discord in the description. If you want to talk spoilers, DM me. I always love seeing your fan content, memes, fan art, etc. It's your host, your friend, your boy, Jet Black the one only, logging out. Stay tuned. We post episodes to the series on the daily.